It's hard to think of a storytelling symbol as ubiquitous as the mirror. From vampire lore to the #1 spot on the Bulgarian charts, mirrors can show a character's lack of a soul or their ability to sing an angelic falsetto. In The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Link makes use of a magic mirror to transport himself from the dark world back to the light world. In this way, a mirror can help to emphasize a connection between two otherwise opposing forces. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom utilizes what I will call thematic mirroring in the same way, and to great effect. The story itself is a mirror, opening and closing in a very similar fashion. In addition, we see characters make similar choices, but with opposing motivations and outcomes. So come along as we explore the different ways Tears of the Kingdom creates a reflection in its story and themes to create an unforgettable experience. And a fair warning, this video will contain major spoilers for the story. Let's start with the opening of the game, which is also where the game starts. When you first turn on the game, there is no fanfare. In fact, there's not even a title screen or a main menu. We're treated to a solid black screen, save for the title of the game slowly fading into view. This sets the tone perfectly. The first moments of actual gameplay involve slowly descending further under the castle as the gloom and the score grow in intensity. Link and Zelda eventually come to a large chamber, where a disembodied hand appears to be holding someone in place. This hand then drops a mysterious stone, which leads to the awakening of our favorite incarnation of evil, Ganondorf. Sensing he may be over-encumbered, Ganondorf immediately relieves Link of 80% of the Master Sword, his right arm, and the princess he has sworn to protect. Things move in slow motion as Link throws caution into the wind to dive after her, only to miss her hand by mere centimeters. We see a golden light envelop Zelda as she falls, then disappears. Link is caught by the mysterious hand and awakens in the sky, while Zelda is thrust into the distant past. She is soon found by King Rauru and Queen Sonia, who take her under their wing while they try to devise a way to return Zelda to her time. One of the early dragon tears we find unlocks a memory of a conversation between Zelda, Rauru, and his older sister Minoru. Minoru casually mentions that anyone who consumes a Zonai secret stone is turned into a dragon, and will slowly lose themselves in the process. They all collectively brush this off to think of another way for Zelda to return to her time. This is what they call in literature subtlety. As we reveal more and more memories of Zelda's time in the past, we see just how dire her circumstances become. Ganondorf murders Sonia, claiming her secret stone and unleashing an army of monsters upon Hyrule. It is then that Zelda realizes this man is the same one she discovered underneath Hyrule Castle with Link, informing a still grieving Rauru that no matter what they do, Ganondorf will survive. Sure enough, he proves too strong for the combined powers of Rauru, Zelda, and the sages. Rauru uses his remaining power to instead seal Ganondorf underneath the castle. Not long after this disastrous battle, Zelda receives the Master Sword from Link, who has awoken in the future. Seeing no other option, Zelda sacrifices herself by consuming the secret stone, transforming into a light dragon in order to spend the following centuries restoring the Master Sword's power. Link's journey, unsurprisingly, comes to a head as he faces off against Demon King Ganondorf. After a second phase featuring the best use of a comically large health bar I've ever seen, Ganondorf pries the secret stone from his forehead and chows down. This moment was incredible for multiple reasons. First, the fight was not over like you thought it was. Second, it leads to a fight high above Hyrule featuring Dragon Zelda and Dragon Ganondorf. But third, and most relevant to this video, it serves as a dark mirror to the journey we see Zelda take. Her greatest desire is to help Link, and in turn ensure the survival of the entirety of Hyrule. Her choice comes after all other routes have been exhausted. But she goes through with it anyway because she has hope for Link and the future of her people. Ganondorf, however, is impulsive. reckless, desperate for power. While Zelda gives herself for salvation, Ganondorf gives himself for annihilation. And in the end, annihilation is what he gets. After this epic battle in the sky, Rauru and Sonia's Force Ghosts appear to restore Zelda to her human form, without taking the altitude into consideration. And so, we dive. We dive after Zelda yet again. The music swells. Link reaches out once again. And catches her. Zelda and Link are separated by centuries for their respective journeys, but neither one of them gives in to despair. Link may not have been able to reach Zelda the first time she fell away from him, but when the scenario repeats, he takes her safely into his arms. I genuinely cannot think of a better example of thematic mirroring in recent years. These were moments that were excellent as they played out, but grew in meaning the longer I sat with them after the credits rolled. We have 37 years worth of stories about Ganondorf seeking power, but to have it juxtaposed against Zelda's power was nothing short of incredible. Zelda and Ganondorf both consume their secret stones in search of power, but the powers they seek are diametrically opposed to one another.
Mind, everything. Sacrifice it all to destroy you and cast this world into eternal night.
This reinforces themes that have been part of the series for decades. Power in and of itself is not evil or destructive. In fact, the lore of the Triforce often states that only one who has a balance of wisdom, courage, and power can be a true ruler of Hyrule. Zelda's choices in Tears of the Kingdom may very well be the best example of that balance of these three traits that we've seen in the series. There are probably 1,000 examples we could turn to when it comes to thematic mirroring in the video game world. Even within the Zelda series, there are battles between Link and Shadow Link and multiple incarnations of a mirror shield. But these metaphorical mirrors in Tears of the Kingdom are incredibly effective in showing the beauty and the destruction that can come from determination. Pure determination leads to putting others above yourself, while evil determination leads to surprisingly big explosions in the sky. At the end of the day, the story we're shown is a brilliant example of why it's hard to think of a storytelling symbol as ubiquitous as the mirror.